Hello and welcome back to A Foreigner and Family in the Philippines. And I'm back here. This is the last segment of the mahogany I wanted to show. My video stopped. I had a little bit of a brown op to take care of. There was some massive stomach cramps, and I did have some pretty wicked diarrhea. And I was a little concerned. Back by the jackfruits in an earlier segment on the previous video, because now this is going to have to be a separate video. I had gone by the jackfruits, and that's kind of where it all happened. So I was a little concerned because I didn't have any paper with me. I was going to try and hold it, but it wasn't happening. And I really did not want to use these socks because I was doing a lot of stuff. I was all over the place. They were sweaty this morning. I took them off at lunch and dried them out, and then they were sweaty again. So that would have been pretty nasty to have to use that as a toilet paper. But I came along, there's an old shirt we're kind of using for like a scarecrow for the Banana Bandits. So I don't know whose shirt it was, who put the little scarecrow there, but it was, thank goodness it was there, because that shirt saved my ass, literally. But this is the final segment of the mahoganies. And these two rows were already here. And just from the spacing, I still went with the 2 meters back from the fence. And there's a whole row of mahogany that we've added in between. You can kind of see them here. And this spacing of the trees that were existing are not under my control. They are what they are. There's like a couple of sporadic ones mixed in here, a couple that have kind of bent over a little bit, like that one I may remove. But I think there's a durian, a cashew, and a lanzoni in the mix down this row, which I had kind of left. I've come through and pruned these, but earlier this week I had one of the guys came over here and pruned it, and I made sure, because you tell them to prune, you say, okay, we're going to prune those today, and they'll get out the machete and whack on it. I'm not looking to I want clean cuts, so we did use the saw. I'll eventually have a chainsaw when we're doing a big deal on that, but right now it was just the hand saw. So that leaves quite a bit of organic material to either break down. The guys will come back here. They're going to use this for firewood, and I'll let them take most of that, which I don't really like, because I want those branches completely breaking down, getting covered by weeds, getting filled with microbial life, and breaking down and just making the soil better, richer. But they come back with they use it for firewood, which I'm going to have to restrict at some point, because I don't have a lot of big trees here, and we're using up everything. Every little bit you take out is an input that you have to return to keep it going. But this line goes up just over that little hill there. And this little cluster here, yeah, some of the spacing is too tight on those. I contemplated removing it, but again, I'm using it as a border tree. It's not necessarily a timber tree, but that's definitely available. And we actually used a couple of the bigger ones for a need that we had when we had for some wood. That's the cashew tree there. You know what, I've rambled on and cut it into 2 videos even with the mahoganies here. So I am going to go ahead and kind of stop her here. But most of them, it's kind of hard to see with the weeds. But the basic, besides from what I couldn't control with some that were already here, I decided on, for my border trees, the 4x6 spacing with the 3 rows. And row 2 was offset. And the first row is 2 meters back from the fence. And hopefully that answers the question about the spacing on my mahogany trees. And that's it for now. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe.